Hi, I'm Noel Bentley, and I'm the host of TEDx Bear Creek Park. And we have our online event on Saturday, March 27th, and we're lucky to have one of our speakers here today. I'd like to welcome Fauzan Hussain. How you doing today, Fauzan?
I'm doing really well, Noel. How are you doing?
Well, pretty good, thanks. Now, Fauzan's an engineering student, a technology enthusiast, and a social innovator. And he'll be giving his talk, of course. And we'd like to know first a little bit more about yourself. Tell us a little bit more about Fauzan.
For sure, yeah. As you previously mentioned, my name is Fauzan Hussain, and I'm currently a first year engineering student at the University of Victoria. In my free time, I am a technology enthusiast, and I volunteer with the Neil Squire Society to 3D print assistive devices to help people with disabilities overcome physical barriers they may encounter.
You are going to deliver your talk. We'd like you to be able to give us an idea of what you're going to talk about without too many spoilers, if you can.
Yeah. Throughout history, we have seen how the voices of youth can change the way the world perceives issues such as climate change and COVID 19. Through my talk, I hope to discuss the impact of youth using technology and their communication skills to make a positive difference in their communities.
Well, fair enough. And I'd like you to be able to tell us, why should everyone come see your talk? Not just the youth, but everyone needs to hear what Fauzan's going to say.
For sure, yeah. In my talk, I hope to deliver a message of hope. As we know, we are currently in the COVID 19 pandemic, and it has thrown so many different and unique challenges at us. And I hope to encourage youth that they have the power to make a difference in their communities. I would also like to encourage the audience to consider youth as problem solvers and that they have the ability to use their creativity and help others out.
Right. And what motivated you to do this? Why spend an inordinate amount of time with the coaches and everything and the applications to deliver this 10-minute talk?
So, back in March of 2020, when the pandemic was first announced, I was an anxious grade 12 student about to graduate high school. I became like anxious and scared about my future, and I didn't really know like where to go or what to do. But when my family started to talk about the shortage of personal protective equipment or PPE in the hospitals where they work, I became inspired to help with the COVID 19 pandemic and 3D print some PPE at my home using my 3D printer. And through this process, I found solace and I remained hopeful that the pandemic will come to a peaceful end.
Right. And when you were preparing to give your talk, what surprised you, or what did you find useful or enjoyable about the whole process that you really didn't expect it getting into it?
In my like preparation to give the talk, I found it extremely useful to practice with a variety of different audience members. For example, I prepared by talking with my family, and I practiced online with my friends and my fellow TEDx speakers.
Well, I think you've also had some sort of fair warning what's coming down the pipe. I have to ask you, is there anyone else related to you that might have given a TEDx Bear Creek Park talk?
For sure, yeah. So I have an older sister whose name is Hiba Husseina. And back in May of 2018, I believe, she gave a talk about using 3D printing to help out in the community and how volunteering can help change the mindset of others.
Right. I remember that was our first TEDx Bear Creek. Um, so I'm going to assume, do you have a younger brother or sister do you have a third in line for this?
Unfortunately, not. I do have several younger cousins who are 6 years old and 1 year old, but no one in the near future.
All right. Well, fair enough. It's not too near.
Yeah,
We've had speakers that last time that were, I believe, 10 and 11. So it's never too early to start thinking about your first TEDx Bear Creek talk. But yeah, we just appreciate that. Yeah, it's great that you've been part of this. Now, I'm just wondering for you, who are your influences? Like who is it that sort of inspires passion or you or directs your attention in life?
My dad is extremely caring and a really smart individual as well. He uses his compassion and knowledge to help our family and his coworkers achieve their goals and inspire others around him as well.
Oh, fair enough. And if you're speaking to the general public, how would you convince them to come? Like, what is the one thing they're going to take away from your talk, having seen it?
Having seen my talk, I think that the general public will understand the impact that youth can have in their communities through presenting challenges that a community is facing. I believe that youth can use their communication skills and technology to think of a creative solution and convey that solution to the general public and create a better future for everyone.
Right. Thank you, Fauzan.
You're
I'm
welcome.
sure it'll be a better future with your whole family is already contributing and putting out ideas that really need to be taken hold of, and that you're actually people who are putting them into action. And it's appreciated. You do so much for our community.
Thank you
So
so
thank
much.
you today for being here, Fauzan. And as a reminder, TEDx Bear Creek Park 2021 will be on Saturday, March 27th. You go to tedxbearcreekpark.ca and you can register to receive your link. And it's complimentary this year because we have so many generous sponsors. And with that, we hope to see you on March 27th. And again, thanks very much, Fauzan, for being here.